Hi, I'm Joe at ZPacks, and this is our 2015 Hexamid Solo Tent setup video. The main difference in this tent over the previous generations is we've added storm doors to the Hexamid line of tents, similar to our Plex tents. The first thing you're going to want to do is locate one of the front corners of the tent. One of the front corners is marked with a label so you can find it easily. Come across to the opposite front corner. Pull that corner out tight. And then come back about a foot or so and stake it. The distance that you come back with that second corner stake determines how high or short the peak of the tent is going to be. Adjust your trekking pole to about 48 inches. Insert the trekking pole with the handle at the peak of the tent. There's a patch of reinforcement material on the floor of the tent. It also has like a hole in it for the tip of the pole to go through the ground. You want the front corners of the tent to be hovering off the ground about 6 to 8 inches. I'm going to stake out the back center of the tent and then the back corner guy lines. There are also guy lines on the back walls of the tent. We can stake those out as well. The main change to the tent is it now has storm doors, similar to our Plex style tents. If you're not using the doors, you just roll them up and they have basically a button to hold them in place. Otherwise, if you are using the doors, there's a clip down here. You can do one or both of the doors at the same time. So the doors overlap, one overlaps the other. Ideally, you would want the overlapping door to be upwind, or maybe have the wind coming at the back of the tent. Even if the wind is coming at the front, worst case scenario, you might get some water in the vestibule area, but it's not going to get into the tent area. So one thing that's unique about the Hexamid tents is the bathtub floor is completely separate from the tent. What's really good about that is if you were in a bad storm, let's say you do have some rain spray coming in, or you have rain spray coming in around the perimeter, the floor can be unclipped and you can shift it away, you can fold up the ends, you can move around. It's just like sleeping under a tarp, you can move around as you need to. You can also take this ground sheet out and just use it on the ground and sleep under the stars. If your tent gets wet, let's say it's got a little bit of condensation or it's been raining, you can take the ground sheet out and dry the ground sheet out separate from the tent, and everything will dry off twice as quick instead of having to flip it inside out to dry it separately. Otherwise, you would just keep the ground sheet clipped in place, just like any normal tent floor. Again, this is the Solo Tent. I'm about 5 feet 9 inches tall. For a person my size, there's plenty of room to sit up straight without bumping my head. I've got plenty of room to lie down and stretch out lengthwise. I could even put my backpack, I could probably store my backpack up here in the ends of the tent. I've got plenty of space where I can bring my shoes inside and set them on the screen if I want to. There's lots of gear storage around the perimeter, not to mention inside the doors. To deploy the doors while you're inside the tent is pretty straightforward. Just grab your clip it, and then tighten it out. And now I've got a pretty good amount of vestibule space where I could store my pack or something else outside the tent to dry off. The door zips shut with a single half moon zipper. And now I'm just going to take the tent down just to show you how easy it packs up. I usually just fold it up. So it's small enough. And then right at the end I roll it nice and tight. And it's a pretty loose fit in the medium stuff sack that it ships in. So it's pretty small. You can even squish it down smaller than that. And that's it. That's the 2015 Hexamid Solo Tent. Thank you.